This is Masterful Chats, and I'm Rebecca. And I'd like to say welcome to all of my wonderful subscribers, and hello and welcome to those of you who are viewing me for the very first time. Masterful Chats are short, clear, concise, clarifying conversations designed to uplift, inform, inspire, and support you as you move forward along your spiritual path and in your life's journey. And today's Masterful Chat is about trusting yourself. Relationships 101. But first, for those of you who are viewing me for the very first time, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. I am an information synthesizer, a mystical scholar, and an intuitive. And from my near-death experience, I know that each one of us is a beloved child. Each one of us is known completely, loved, and adored by our Creator. And I want to thank everyone for supporting this channel by sharing the Masterful Chats podcast, as well as liking and subscribing. I truly appreciate you very, very much. And so now, let's chat about trusting yourself, or Relationships 101 as I call it. From my own personal experience in growing throughout the years, learning to trust oneself, learning to tune in to that small voice inside and to follow it is so critical for our happiness and for our growth. And the one relationship that we have with ourselves defines every other relationship in our lives. We can try and run from ourselves, but we never really can do that. We may try geographical relocations, but we have to take us with us, don't we? We can have multiple marriages where we keep recycling, it seems, issues, woundings, and things that perhaps we have not healed. So the relationship with self is the common denominator to all of our other relationships, personal and professional. Because we spend the most time with ourselves, whether or not we're kind and compassionate and loving to ourselves, whether we accept what we consider our good traits and our not so good traits, and how we perceive ourselves will affect every other relationship in our lives. If we're harsh, if we're a perfectionist, if we're judgmental with ourselves, then more likely than not, that's how we're going to be with other human beings. And as we are spiritual beings having a human experience here on Schoolroom Earth, we are not meant to be perfect. We're not. We're here to learn and to grow and to adapt. And sometimes that is a very, very challenging task. Relationships are the toughest game on the planet, and some of us literally are at war within ourselves. Our hearts may be in complete conflict with what our mind is telling us to do, whether we wish to fit in or whether we wish to actually find a tribe where we can belong, whether we're going to take the risk and challenge the family dynamics in the wallpaper to break out and to be happy and do what's best for ourselves. Those are all parts of evolving and developing. And as we grow and we change, with every part of us that we grow and develop, there is a risk that people that we care for and perhaps situations that we're involved in may choose not to be part of our lives anymore. But if one can truly be at ease with themselves, if one can truly be at peace with themselves, if one can say, yes, I may not have done this perfectly, I wish I would have handled this a little bit differently, but now I know, and next time I will handle a situation that is similar, I will do a better job. And that's what Schoolroom Earth is all about. And that's what relationships are all about. Because in relationships, we see ourselves in the other. And if we've done the work, if we are self-sufficient, if we are taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, if we are able to do that, then we can come to a relationship as an equal partner. Isn't it wonderful when two people get together, whatever the relationship is, and they don't have a need, they aren't needy about it, but because they're both very autonomous and happy and developed, that they want each other more. They want to be with each other more because they are so happy. And to have that mirrored back to them and to be able to share the energy where 1 and 1 creates 3. Not necessarily a child, but an energetic level. 2 people coming together. 1 + 1 = 3. That is the new math of the 5th dimension and above. Because with the 2 coming together, they create a completely new energetic frequency. Many of us growing up, especially women, were taught literally and figuratively that we were responsible for everyone's happiness, that it was our job to take care of people. And to some extent, females, just because of the way we are wired and the ability to bear children, the potential to be caregivers and nurturing is that much higher. That being said, it is not our job to see that everyone is happy. And women, because of this idea and this social programming as well as family dynamics, that they are responsible for a family's happiness and they are responsible for the family member's happiness, has created such stress within individual women that the rate of autoimmune disorders for women is statistically much higher than it is for men. We can't make another person happy. We can do what we need to do as far as our responsibilities in a relationship. We can meet each other halfway if things need to be addressed. But as far as a person's happiness, that is an inside job. And more likely than not, if a person is unhappy internally, they're going to be unhappy with the world. Whether or not we're happy in our lives on a day-to-day basis is up to us, because happiness is a decision. Everyone has issues to address in their life. Everyone has problems. Everyone has concerns. But we can either go through life with a smile on our face, or we can go through life unhappy and be a curmudgeon. And everyone has their curmudgeon days. But happiness is an attitude. Happiness is a decision. And everything has a frequency. Everything is spiritual. And even in the worst of situations, if we can recognize our feelings and our body's response, and if we can respond appropriately and shift that into a higher vibration. So if a problem comes up and we're dealing with a customer service individual on the phone, we'll get a very different reaction if we're professional, courteous, and patient versus if we go in with a loaded brick. So much of life is determined by how we hold our energy and how we respond to things that come our way. And if we can choose the higher vibration, if we can choose patience and compassion for ourselves, then more than likely we'll be doing that for other people. And if we can love ourselves and do the work that needs to be done and move ahead, then we can allow others their place and their path and their time. But it is important that we do look at our behaviors and see if they're giving us the results that we want. I just really want you to be kind to yourself. And I want you to do things that are going to enhance your well-being, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I want you to follow the joy and the love and the laughter in your life with people and creative projects. I want you to dream, to explore, to be curious. And as we come to the end of 2023, a pretty wild year all in all, I would say, we're still standing and we're still moving forward. And I want you to take a moment to acknowledge yourself for the blessing that you are. No one on this earth is like you. You are unique and you are special. Don't be so hard on yourself. Know that there is a plan for your life. Know that good things are in store for you. Know that by being compassionate and kind to yourself, by loving yourself, even the wounded parts, that's how you become whole. That's how you become integrated. All of us have been made to feel less than at times and not worthy. But you are very worthy. And if you need help, reach out to a professional or to a friend. I wish you only the best for 2024. I hope you have a multitude of wonderful blessings in your life. Thank you for being with me today for this Masterful chat. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Wherever you're at in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Until we chat again, blessings.